guys, and welcome back to another review. So today we're doing one by Tarte, and this is their Breezy Cream Blush in the color Peach Sunset, which this has been in my collection for a while, but I hadn't gotten confident with cream blushes yet. At this point, I'm more comfy with them, so I think now is the time to finally bust into this guy. So it retails for $27, which to me is a bit much for a blush, but it is Tarte, so I mean, generally, Tarte's pretty good, usually anyway. Occasionally there's a miss, but usually they're pretty good. So, anyway, it says blend onto cheeks using fingertips or a brush for the perfect flush. Well, admittedly, I'm more confident with a sponge, so that's what I'm gonna use, but you do you. So this stuff, let's see here, it says it's waterproof, has hyaluronic acid, mineral pigments, algae, dermatologist tested, cruelty-free and vegan, Leaping Bunny certified. It's not really showing up much because it's so pale on here. But yeah, our ingredients, in case anybody's interested in that, are triethylhexoin, synthetic fluoroflogipite, isodiesel neopentanoate, hydrogenated polyisobutane, isononyl isononanoate. There's a lot of words I don't know in here, admittedly. Polyethylene, silica, dimethicone, synthetic beeswax, dimethicone, alumina, sodium hyaluronate, coconut oil, Sargassum pacificum thallus extract, gardenia flower extract, cofferol, titanium dioxide. Okay, all the colorants. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. So the packaging looks like this. It's this really cute minty sea green color. It's just got the Tarte logo there on the back. Shows you your color info. Looks like this in here, and I did swatch with my finger. That's why it looks like that. Basically, I wanted to give myself a spot I could swatch from that would be consistent each time. So, because I want to know what do I want to use to blend it with before I stick it on my face. So I did test that before coming on camera. So, swatched on the hand, it looks like this. So it's fairly pigmented, not gonna lie. I'm just doing a little test here. It does sheer out. You can sheer it down to like that, because for me, it doesn't take much to be too much, since I'm so pasty pale to begin with. This is why I always feel the need to test first before sticking it straight on the face. So, let me also get a mirror. Actually, there's a mirror in here. I don't need to grab the other mirror. So, let me go ahead and pick some up. I'm gonna stick it right along here, I think. Something like that, maybe a little more. Something like this, which you probably could blend it with your fingers, but I'm just not as confident in my skills doing it that way. So let me go ahead and just buff it. And also help spread it around a bit without it completely lifting your makeup. Okay, so that does give a much more natural flush than how it initially went down. It looks better in person. Let me dim the lighting, see if that helps, because it's a little intense. There, you can kind of see a little more. Actually, I'll put it up and close the window, because I think that's where a lot of the glare is coming from. So, one moment, please. There. So now we can actually see it. And that's about how it looks in real life, more realistically. Like I said, we were getting a lot of glare from the window, so... And it does have a little bit of a sheen. I've heard other people say that it went down matte on them, and I was like, doesn't look matte on me, or maybe my skin's just that glowy. I don't know, but it doesn't look super matte on me. So let's go ahead and do the other side now. Get my hair out of the way would help. That was not the greatest swatch. Yes, I have a feeling this side's going to be darker and then I'll have to even up. That's okay. Learning curve, it's totally fine. You guys know I am very real with you guys with how it all works out. Wait, why am I using the viewfinder? The viewfinder is a liar. Okay, mirror. Yeah, I definitely need to even it up a little. See, there's always a learning curve with these products, admittedly. So even though I'm more confident with cream blushes now in making them not look completely clown makeup-y insane like the first few that I tried to do on camera, there's a learning curve to getting things even, but I think that's true of any blush, let's be real. Okay, that should help us even this out. And to its credit, it truly does not accentuate fine lines or texturing in the skin, which is something that once you start hitting a certain age, you become a lot more conscious of. It's like I'm on the verge of hitting 40 next year, so I'm getting a little more conscious of such things, you know? Just being real. And I know I'm not alone in that. Okay. There we go. And then I always like to do a little across the nose. Since I do naturally have a lot of pigmentation across my nose, it looks strange when I suddenly don't have it. I feel like I look sickly for it not being there. So let's go ahead, pull it across. Again, being careful not to lift the foundation underneath. Okay. Again, maybe you'd have better luck with a brush at it going down easier, maybe not, I don't know. But I'm more confident with the sponge, since I know if I go in too heavy-handed, I can fix it more easily, so without having to take everything off and start over. I also like to do a little on the chin. Just like that. And there we are. A very natural, easy, breezy, flushed glow, which is exactly the whole point of blush. It's not to look like clown paint, it's to look like you've got some natural color in your skin. And as we can see, like, it can be very pigmented if you want it to be, but you can also sheer it out quite easily, as I just did in real time for you guys. So I think it looks pretty good. It feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel like I really have much of anything on, which is always mind-blowing to me with cream blushes, because some of them you can feel it, but this one not so much, so I like that about it. So anyway, I think I would give this a 4 out of 5, only because the price point is, again, a little rich for my blood, but that's me. I'm kind of cheap, so. But other than that, I like how it performs. I'm surprised I like the color so much, because I remember when I first got this in whichever beauty box I got it in, I took one look at that shade and went, oh, that's way too dark for me. And now that I have it on, I'm like, no, actually, this is beautiful. I like this. I don't know, if I get confident to try it with a brush, I might even attempt to buff some right around the edges, kind of like how some people use bronzer. Because it is a more peachy shade, I feel like I can get away with it, whereas most bronzers just look too ridiculously dark on pasty me, even in the lightest shades. So usually I just use a more peachy or a darker blush and kind of fake it. But that's just me. So anyway, that's it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more, it's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.